Hi everybody, Ruben from Ron Drum Channel, and today's topic is a very special topic. The question we all ask as Steve Gadd fans is... magnific track Aja. Well, I will give you that answer in this video, but first, of course, if you want that answer, you have to connect with me. So please leave a comment, share this video, or subscribe. That will be very helpful. There's a very nice gentleman. Most of you maybe know him. That's John DeChristopher. And John was very big shot in the Siljan family. So he provides all the endorsements with the great drummers. So he has a very friendly vibe with all the drummers. And he has a YouTube channel. In YouTube world, we are not so about sharing channels, but I love his channel. He does such incredible interviews with Rick MAROTTA, Danny Gottlieb, Andy Newmark, Steve Gadd, of course. So it's an amazing footage. And in his latest videos are about analyzing a track with the drummer who's playing on that track. Wow. And the first one is Aja. And the second one is Pack with Rick MAROTTA. You have to check that also because Rick MAROTTA is a beast. Wow. But in Aja, Steve Gadd immediately says to John, are we gonna check the whole song? And John's, why? Because he says always, don't focus on that drum solo. That's nice, but that's an extra. Playing a song is the most difficult thing to do. So listen to the whole track, how he plays the whole track. It's such a bizarre track, such a bizarre composition, and how he plays that drum part. Maybe they recorded 2 or 3 times and somebody says it's one take, but I don't believe that. It are 2 takes, I think. But how he plays the whole song. If you really want to become a drummer, and that's what the message is, I think, of Mr. Gadd. If you want to really become a drummer, you don't have to focus on that solo things, but how to play a song. And that's tears in my eyes. And then they're gonna listen to the whole song. And you see how Gadd listens, and he didn't say anything, he's just closing his eyes and listen to the music as he plays and listen to the music. Man, it's such awesome. You have to check it out. But then, if you ask Mr. Gadd, what drum set did you use? He don't know exactly because it's such a long time. But in the comments on that video, there's a guy, and I forget his name. I write it down. We are so grateful to this guy. He was the guy of the instrumental rental service, and he brought the drum set to Mr. Gadd for that session. So he knows exactly what drum set it is. So we know the answer now. Yeah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Okay. So what's the answer? It's a rental set, of course. So it's not the first mystical way. It's gone. It's not Steve Gadd's own drum set. So what happens in the time, Steve Gadd was New York based. There were 2 music scenes. New York, East Coast, LA, West Coast. You know, Jeff Porcaro, LA, Rick MAROTTA, New York, you know. So that were 2 different things. And Steve Gadd is a New York studio cat. But when he was in Los Angeles, in LA, people know, hey, Gadd is in town, so maybe he can play a track on our record. So that was the same story with Aja. And they tried a couple of drummers to play that tune, but it didn't work really well. So they thought, man, Mr. Gadd is in town, let's try him. It's a little bit my interpretation of the story. I think Steve Gadd didn't have his own drum set with him. A lot of time they used the drum set of the studio. And that's so great about Rick MAROTTA's story of Pack. You have to check it out also. In LA, where Aja was recorded, there was a rental set. And what kind of set it was?
Your service has been temporarily disconnected. Your service has been...
Was a Ludwig. We say in Holland, Ludwig. It's German, Ludwig. But you say, guys, in America, you say Ludwig. Set 12, 13, and I think 1622. But for me, it was always not clear because in that time, you have to know this was Steve Gadd's own drum set and it is pre-Yamaha. So Steve Gadd started to play Yamaha at the end of the 70s, beginning 80s. But this was pre-Yamaha, and this was his drum set. And it's a really weird drum set. So Steve Gadd's set was white. Mine is a little bit gold kind of color. This is 10-inch. And these were concert toms of pearl fiberglass. And concert toms has only one head, drum head. But they made it double-headed again. But the lug, it's such a short tom. It's 6.5 inch. So you have to use a snare drum lug. And you see on the pictures that Steve Gadd has that same snare drum lug. Not really the same as this, but the system is the same. Why? Because he could play smaller toms. That were the only way to play smaller toms. So this is the 10 and I have a 12 and he had a 13 and a 14 inch. And the bass drum he used a Gretsch 22 inch wide nitron bass drum. It sounds really high pitched, really. Yeah, it's a really special sound. But on the AJA recording I hear a very fat, bottom, low sound drum set. So I was always thinking that's not his own drum set. So that's that red Ludwig Sparkle drum set. And he used, and that's what I love, black dots on it. So that's our Remo black dot Weather King drum heads. But Gadd uses in that time this blue Evans hydraulic. The bass drum pedal was a Ludwig Speed King. And I don't recall seeing another drum pedal anywhere inside. I wonder that because Gadd is always playing his own pedal, but that's a nice fact. Thanks for watching. I hope you liked this video. It's a little bit off topic for me, but I'm so enthusiastic, as you know, that we have this knowledge now. And I see you soon. Thank you very much. Oh yeah, you want to hear some drums, of course. All right.
Your service has been temporarily disconnected.